Hello, 458 Scuderia here today, and today I bring you an in-depth review of the Audi R8 2009 Spyder. The Audi has 19-inch 5-arm double-spoke design alloy rims with internally ventilated 8-piston brake calipers at front and 4-piston at the rear. Polished chrome exhaust tips. This particular Audi is finished in Ibis white. The Audi has a wheelbase of 2,650mm and a curb weight of 1,660 kilograms. The Audi R8 has much the same construction as, say, a Lamborghini Gallardo, thanks to the Audi-Lamborghini partnership. It has an aluminium space frame with carbon composites and an automatic cloth folding roof, which is at the back here. It's off right now. Four-wheel drive system designed by Audi. This particular Audi is priced at £79,999, but if you're buying from the Audi dealership, expected to be closer to £90,000 to £95,000. Let's take a look inside the car. Illuminated door sills, it's just gone off right now, but illuminated aluminium door sills. We've got carbon fibre trim here, that's an option extra, and a fine black Napa leather interior with an Audi premium leather package. You've got your wind deflector here, it's also removable by the seals here. You'll find your boot release here and your fuel cap release. So if I press that, you'll notice it flies open. The car uses petrol. The Audi does have a boot. All you have to do is locate the small little area here, and you'll find fairly generous boot space for a car of this kind of calibre, considering that maybe it's not really that type of car. And it opens up at nearly a 90-degree angle to allow easy access, but maybe if you're elderly, which will be the majority of people who can afford this car. Close the doors and you'll see that the windows move upwards. It uses this steering wheel, is a three-spoke, flat-bottomed, leather-covered steering wheel. What you'd usually have is aluminium paddles, but this one is plastic, but still very good feel. The Audi uses an aluminium gear knob with the R8 logo here, attached to an R-tronic automatic paddle shift, semi-automatic kind of system, which, similar to the Lamborghinis that I've reviewed, you've had your paddle shifters here, but also, if you want, you can have automatic. If the key was in the ignition, if I change move the gear knob to here, I would have a reverse camera, but it's not. Here we have the trip computer. So far it's done 6,172 miles. You've got the time and the date here, and the sill will light up, but again, it's gone off as soon as I did that. Now let's take a look at Audi's Navigation Plus system. To turn on, you just press this button here. Turn on. It's on Classic FM. If I switch it to Capital. Very good stereo. If I choose Info, you'll know about traffic in the local area, depending on where you are, obviously. Car. It'll have the serial number and various other information. And if you press this button, you'll have your DVD input and SD card input. Press that again, and the screen moves back. media. So if you connect a device, maybe a phone or so, something like that. Name. You can find people in the directory. You also have multimedia controls and such here. Very fluidic system, easy to use, very user friendly. Just switch that off there. The R8 uses Audi's magnetic ride system. This controls dampeners inside the suspension to change the ride depending on your driving conditions or what kind of surface you're on. This is slightly similar to Lamborghini's system, which is Lamborghini Drive to Select, which does practically the same thing but in a slightly different way, and of course it's Lamborghini's own. As I've mentioned before, the R8 uses LED strips at the bottom, and this fairly unconventional indicator layout, which I like. Now the Audi has electronic lumbar support. I'm going to show you this. Flat bottom wheel, and you use the controls here, which moves the seat backwards but moves this leather part here forwards. And this knob here controls the recliner on the seat for ultimate comfort. The seats are also heated, you can use that with the controls here. I think you twist this and that will control the heat of the seats. And like the Ferrari that I reviewed not long ago, it has windows that will move up because it is a soft top. I'm going to demonstrate that if you could just focus on the windows. And that, well, lessens the damage to the soft top when you close the door. And just for demonstrating purposes, I'm going to get into the passenger door. Much the same as, well, the same as the driver's. You can see the aluminium door sill lights up when you get into the car. You have your glove box here. Some storage here. And some more storage here. As well as the boot. Also have a cigarette lighter. And your climate control, which is actually similar to the Kia that I've reviewed, which you may or may not have seen yet. Air conditioning controls, etc. The Audi uses a 4.2 litre V8 producing 428 horsepower at 7,900 RPM. It's mid-engined, longitudinal layout, which means that it'll be in the middle. When you say mid-engine, they don't mean in the driver's seat as such, they mean here. Because for a car to be classed as mid-engined, it needs the engine to be in front of the rear wheel centre line. The torque output of the car is 430 Newton meters. Similar to the Ferrari, the Audi has this like scoop which goes into the air coolant here, which goes to the V8.